we're going to do something a little different today. We're going to look at a old car from 1985. We're going to look at the Real Riders version of, what's it called? Turbo Streak. And they called this one Black Lightning. And there was one other version of this that came out. But first, before we go through all of that, we're going to talk about how I'm going to grade this car. So there's a few things I want to look at. So I want to look at the physical criteria and the collectible value, and then we'll look at the pricing after that. So, and I'm trying not to talk too loud because my rest of my family's asleep. It's, middle of the night. Okay, so first of all, let's take a look at this car. As you can see here, it's an Indy style race car. It's got an exposed driver in there. This one's all metal, of course, metal body, metal base. This one's got Real Riders on it, and it's got gray hubs, or I don't know if that's silver. It's got tampos on the sides and on the top. What does it say? Number 3. And I'm not sure if I can read the tampos on the edge. Bell, Goodyear, and I don't know what the V is for. Maybe it's an old Valvoline logo or something. Goodyear tires. Let's take a look at the bottom here. Made in Malaysia. It says this castings 1982. Anyway, it's got a nice big metal wing on the back. You can see the engine really good. And I'll show some more detailed, nice photos that I took earlier at the end of the video. Now let's see what the internet has to say about this car. All right, so we're going to take a look at, first of all, at the paint on this car. I think the paint on this car is excellent condition. So yeah, I really like where the paint is here on this one. So with that being the case, I'm going to use, first of all, let's take a real close look here. All the tampos are in good place, in good position, good condition, I mean. And I don't see any paint chips. There's a very tiny ding right here. But I mean, it's really not noticeable. Yeah, the paint looks really good on this car. The tampos look really good too. I don't know if this tampo is supposed to be slightly off like that, but it looks like it's a little bit off center, but I don't know. You can look at many of these cars. They're not going to be exactly alike, even from the manufacturer. So I don't take away for that. So we're going to put the paint in, let's see, where's my icon for paint? I'm going to give that an A. So yeah, we're going to give that an A. And then wheels. The wheels, I'm going to give the wheels an A as well because they're in perfect shape. They're nice. Look, those tires are nice and slick still. This thing looks like it was just made. But yeah, we're going to give the wheels an A. And then rollability. I don't have a lot of space here to test this out, but it rolls straight. I'm rolling it uphill here. The body doesn't drag at all. And for a real rider, it rolls really good. You're going to have limitations because of rubber tires. So yeah, rollability gets an A as well. Next thing's going to be detail. The amount of detail on this thing, it's kind of limited. I mean, I guess, considering back in the day, um, but even now they wouldn't. But, maybe if they went all out, they could have painted this guy's helmet here or painted a little tellite here or something like that. I'm not real sure. Or maybe the wing could have used a little more detail or something. But as far as detail goes, I'd probably give this a, a B. My icon for the detail is going to be there. And then we have, after that's going to be special features. As far as special features go, the only special features about this car would be the fact that it has realistic tires. So I'm going to put realistic special features in the C category. So let's do, no. No, I'll put those in B. In fact, I'm going to keep the D. I think the details are really good on this. I'm going to give those an A. So yeah, the special features I'm going to give a B. And then I apologize if I'm kind of slow at this. This is my first time to do this, trying to work the screen in 2 different phones and still do a review. Special features, yeah, the rubber tires is going to be it for that one. The next thing is going to be uniqueness. Well, it's an Indy car, it's a race car. I don't think there's anything really unique about that, so I'm going to throw the unique into the C category. Yeah, that's probably it for that deal. I would also say, as far as, let's look at variations. That's going to be the next thing I want to look at. So variations. I counted variations to be like 16 different versions of this car as far as paint schemes go. But there's multiple configurations of those paint schemes. So it looks like there's a lot more. So we'll take the first one from, what year is this, 1982? 83. They have the a yellow version, and they kept that design for 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 configurations. Configurations being that they had different color wheels, or it's made from a different place. So in this case, we have Hong Kong, Malaysia, another Hong Kong. But then you have some decals or the tampos that are slightly different. But either way, there's many versions of this yellow one here. There's a slightly different yellow one. Let's look at the first one though. Yeah, there's the first one. And yeah, I have this white one right here, I think. So there's another version right here with this 20 on the side. Now, here is the Blackwall version of the car we're looking at. I don't see any other differences there. Actually, I do see a difference. Huh. There might be another difference here. Okay. Okay, so we looked at that one. Let's look at the... Okay, this is really, really odd to me. But we're going to take a look at the engine. The engine on this car, this Real Rider version, is not Zamac like they're showing here. The one I have has a bluish, it's got a bluish blackish tint to it that does not match the metal. In fact, if you look at the exhaust pipes at the bottom up against the wing, you can see it's got a bluish metal tint to it. Wow, I never noticed that until just now. That's wild. And I'm sure you can see that. And I've got good lighting in here. Huh. Okay. That makes this one have a little bit more uniqueness than I expected. I'm going to move that up one. I'm going to move that up to a B. Very interesting. Okay, so we were looking at different versions of this thing, right? Let's see here. There's some of them aren't pictured. We have a white one, 20th anniversary. So there's another white one. Oh, I thought those were the same. I guess they're not. Okay, so there's probably 20 or more variations of this car. Yeah, I believe I have this one too. So yeah, you can look up some variations on this car. There's quite a few actually. I'm going backwards. A golf car. Okay, now it's the same painting as the one we're reviewing, only it's just different colors. Formula One shell. Pretty interesting. One that's just solid yellow. Now that's interesting. The engine on this one is a really polished kind of chrome compared to the Zamac wing there. Yeah, it looks like to be the case on a lot of these. Yeah, I'm going to say that the engine piece is unique to the base of the car. So a lot of variations. So as far as variations go, I'm going to say good, because there's cars like, there's certain fantasy cars where they'll have like 40, 50, 60 versions. So I'd give this a B. There's a good amount of variations in that one. So variations. I'll use this paint here as variations. Okay, so the next thing we're going to look at is going to be rarity and availability. I don't really have a way of looking at that except for going to somewhere like eBay and seeing what they're looking, what the prices look like. So when I went to eBay, actually let's do this. Let's go to eBay and just look up listings for this car. Let me turn off the sold feature. And let's see what shows up. Okay. I'm seeing 3 loose ones. 1, 2, 3, 4 in the package. 6, 7. Okay. It's not super hard to find. All right, now we're getting away from relevance here. So not a whole lot, but then again, not tons of it either. So as far as availability, I'd give that a B. Yeah, let's give that availability, the diamond, a B. And then next thing is going to be price. Okay, so let's look at the prices. Let's go see what sold prices are here. All right, so we got loose. We have one that's dinged up pretty bad. I've already looked at this, so I'm not going to waste your time. I'm only going to look at the good ones here. So I'm seeing $5, $20, $4, $15, $4, $4. Yeah, and so whenever I figured this up before, loose and really, really good shape, average about 15 bucks. The ones that are played with and have lots of chips and stuff on them, they're probably about $4 or $5 car. Now, when you start looking at ones that were sold that are in the package, look at that, 55 bucks. And I only found one. There could be other ones. So as far as pricing goes, I'd give it a B because I think that, again, that's a good price. You know, for 15 bucks, you get one that's in really, really good shape. I think it's a good price. So let's throw that down here. And then the last one's going to be appeal. I would say probably a B. I'd probably give that a B because in this situation, there's only two variations of this. When I'm grading this actual car, there's only two of this car. The paint scheme I think looks good, and this one's the better option with it having the real riders on it. So overall, I would say I'd give this car B's pretty much got going. I'd say B plus. So yeah, I'd give this car about a B plus. So anyway, that's my grading of the 1985 Real Riders Turbo Streak, which in this case they called it Black Lightning. So take a look at some photos I put up together here, and I even made one AI photo that I'll put at the very, very end. So drop your comments and let me know what you think, and hopefully I'll get better at this because I don't want it to be too long. It's already 15 minutes. All right, thanks for watching.